about midnight in the back of a bar where you could still smoke cigarettes.
JJ, it has been a while, my friend. I was trying to remember if I think the last time we actually saw each other, it could have been at London at the CCMA. Do you think that was it?
Yeah, you know what? I were you at the Saskatoon CCMA?
No, I did. I couldn't make it down from Saskatoon.
Yeah, it must be the London, that top of that bar.
Exactly. Yeah, that was it. Man, that's been a while, my friend. Who would have thought that after all this time, the next time we get a chance to talk, the world would be the way it is? I'm going to ask you right off the top. How are you? How's the family? How's everybody doing going through this coronavirus shutdown?
You know, we're doing good. It's me and my wife and my dog here locked down in our house, and we've found ways to pass the time and have some fun, and we kind of made it an idea to be as creative as we could throughout this period. So there's guitars everywhere. There's instruments set up all throughout the house just so we can just be creative at any whim. So we're doing all right. And then my poor dog needed a haircut, so yesterday I decided to do it myself, and I think that took more on my patience pretty quickly.
Oh my goodness! Is there any pictures of your dog on social media that we can see?
I haven't put any up yet, but I was going to do that later on today.
Oh my goodness! I have to check this out, man. Well, look, I'm glad to hear that everybody is doing well. It's tough times, man. Like, how are you handling this? Because we're going to talk about your new album in a second, but you know, usually when you have a new album, that means tour. How's that affecting you?
Yeah, you know, we were prepared to announce a tour come with the release of the record, which was just over about 10 days ago now. And so we weren't able to announce it. We just didn't announce anything. You know, normally you'd be on the road and you'd be out promoting something and trying to bring some attention to your record. And now I'm kind of more so just trying to figure out how I can grab people's attention on the internet now, because, you know, obviously not able to leave the house. And so it's a bit hard on the heart and on the amount of effort that the whole team put into getting this record out. But you know, you take what you get. Everybody's out there right now trying to figure out how to make it work, and everybody's under stress. So I'm just trying to make the most of it and keep my head above water.
I'm trying to remember, were you part of that weekend that just passed performance that was on
Dieselbird Music Fest?
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, I did that yesterday. Yesterday afternoon I did it, yeah.
How was that for you, man? You
know, it was good. Dan Davidson and the guys putting it together did a fantastic job of bringing people together. I had a good laugh. I got to play my song "Waiting on the Rain," and so it worked out good. These live things are really interesting because I did one on my own channel just by myself last Wednesday, and we're going to do one on this coming Thursday. And it's such a great way to actually connect with your supporters.
I agree. I mean, because while you're performing, you can see their comments and stuff too, right?
Yeah, now it happens pretty fast. That's the one thing I learned, is that the comments roll so fast that it can be tough to keep up with it while you're singing and trying to give everything you got into the performance too. So it can be a touch challenging, but it is an awesome way for the supporters and fans to be able to reach out to the artist and directly ask a question and hopefully get an answer back.
Absolutely, man. But look, to be able to do that, you have to have music. And for a lot of artists, it's new music, which is on your case right now. Congratulations on the new album, my friend. What's the album called, and what's it about?
So the album is called Fingers Crossed. And, I spent the past few years really trying to sort out who I wanted to be as an artist and how I wanted that to sound and look. So about a year and a half ago, I started in my studio creating demos for the record, and I had made a decision that I wanted to be as honest and as personal as I possibly could, recognizing at this point in my life I felt a real need to tell my story, what I've been going through and how I've been fighting through it. So I started to do these demos, and once I got into a good spot, I went up to a studio here in Calgary called OCL, and together with producer Josh Rob Gwillem, we just started going through all my demos and making sense of them and adding and subtracting and re-recording and really wrestling and fighting down some of the songs. And I ended up with 7 songs that I felt really strong about all of them. And I felt like it was a really strong representation of what I've been going through and felt like it was something people could connect to.
What about the sound itself? Because I know when we first met, you had sort of like a really rootsy, kind of bluesy kind of sound. And, you know, even though people did put you in the country genre, there was much more to your music. Like I said, the blues, country, roots, folk, rock, soul. How do you think musically you've changed up to what this album is now?
Well, there has been an evolution for me in it, but that was a large part of what I had to go through, trying to get the record done and doing all the demos, was just figuring exactly what each song needed. I tried to just take the song itself and focus on what it needed, less focus on the sort of stylistic approach of it. I just wanted to just be focused on what is helping amplify this song and what is the most important part of the song for me, which most of my songs for me is the sound of my voice and the lyrics.
Absolutely.
So I just tried to really point towards that. And then I just, I've recognized that part of creating music is just doing the things you like. And so I just kind of found the drum tones that I liked, and I found the guitar tones that I liked, and I went with them. And I was very hands-on in it all, trying to make sure that, if I didn't like the snare tone, then I just changed it. I redid it. And I tried not to stress about what that cost or what that looked like. I just tried to make it happen and get things the way I wanted to get to. So, the folk, the roots, the country side of it, it's all still there. It's still JJ. I just tried to evolve a little bit for myself.
What's the single out right now? What's that about, sir?
The single that we're pushing right now is a song called Closer. And go ahead, sorry.
No, you go ahead. I interrupted.
The single we got right now is Closer, and it's a love song about 2 people in a bar. And when I first moved to Calgary, I used to go to this bar that was a pretty famous one in Calgary, and you could still smoke at the time in it. And I met my lady just hanging out in that bar. And so I kind of just wanted to write a song that took us back to that moment, that took me back to that idea of 2 people in the back of a bar with that smoky haze still going through at the bar. But they are able to kind of drown all that extra noise out and focus just on each other.
So pull me in a little bit closer. Don't let this night be over. Let it be something. Oh, let it howl like the wind. Just pull me in a little bit closer.
Oh, man, that is old school. Let me tell you something. Not knocking people who meet through social media, but I will always love to go down that route because that is true old school, my friend. I love that. I'm just curious. What did you think about it?
Man, my wife is extremely supportive of everything I do, and she I think she really likes it. I'm too fragile for her to give her honest opinion, so so she just always encourages, and I'm like, no, don't tell me anything wrong because I can't handle it.
Well, look, my friend, I wish we could talk about a tour right now, but we can't. But as you said, social media is the place to go. Live streaming seems to be the thing. Are you going to be doing any more live streaming while we're on lockdown?
Yeah, I'm not sure when you'll be airing this, but this Thursday night we're going to go live again, and I mean, I think it's a great way for people to connect. So I'm going to keep doing it, when it feels right, and hopefully not oversaturate it too much for people, but get out there and try and connect with people and find a way to turn this crazy time into a positive for myself.
In the meantime, we can follow you. Social media, where do we go to follow you?
Yeah, if you just type in JJ Shiplett, you'll see there's not a lot of JJ Shipletts with long red hair out there these days.
No, my friend, you are an original. Look, thanks so much for making time to speak with me. Be safe. All the best to you and your family, and crossing fingers, man, that at some point in 2020 or in 2021, we can do this again, but it will be in person. Handshake and a big hug, too.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Thanks so much, Rudy. I really appreciate it, man.
All right, man. You take care. Talk soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.